Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, you know what to do. Please consider subscribing so that you get notified when we post future videos. If you are looking to download stuff, there are links in the description box below. Visit those blogs and see if you cannot find what you are looking for. So let's get into today's video. Okay, I got a question the other day from a friend of mine, and we got talking about some of the things that we see in the forex trading or trading industry. One thing what also struck us was that everywhere there is emphasis on how to make money, how you can trade and make money, how you can do this and make money, and stuff like that. And we found that actually there's a neglect on teaching what people should be doing with the money when they make it. Let's face it, forex trading and other kinds of trading are hard, especially when you're starting. But once you get the hang of it, then things become somewhat easier and you start making a lot of money. And many people still do not know what to do with that money. Their goal was to make money and they've achieved that goal. Now they're like, have you seen an antelope in front of bright lights? They don't know what to do. They have all this money that's coming in, and they don't know what to do with it. This thing also happened with many like artists in the music industry or actors and stuff, especially in Africa, with many stories of people who made a lot of money, and you know how these people died poor because nobody actually taught them wealth creation, money management, and things like that. So I think it's one of those things that are lacking in the industry. What do you do after you make that money? How do you actually create wealth out of it? It's easy to get in the markets and make all this money and just blow all of it. In the end, sometimes actually people go back to poverty. I've seen it happen. We had some famous names when Forex was picking up in South Africa, and today they are gone. They are nowhere to be seen. Things happen. So I think in this video, I'll just share a quick budget suggestion that I use personally with my finances. You can adjust it according to your own situations, or you can disagree, agree. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor, so if you really want somebody to advise you on financial matters, how to create wealth, and stuff like that, obviously you need to find somebody who is registered, and there are many institutions that offer such services so that you can invest your money and not just blow it. It's possible, guys, to make a lot of money and actually die poor and having nothing to show for it except for pictures when you were blowing champagnes in bars and stuff like that. It's very possible. So what's my simple budget formula? This is regarding any income that I get. It's a simple formula that you can actually copy and adjust according to your needs. And yeah, if you probably have another formula that you use, please leave it in the comment section below so we can help each other to actually make this money and to actually keep it so that we can make it and we can keep it. So my rules are actually, it's called, I think I'll call it 3331 formula. Basically 30 30 30 10 formula. So what you do is when you take 100%, let me see if I can get something to type. My formula, I call it the 30 30 30 10 formula. There are many other formulas out there that you can actually use to manage your money. Just to make sure that you don't fall back on hard times. By the way, Yeah, I always suggest that people with the first monies that you start making in your forex trading or your trading or whatever hustle that you're doing, you actually look at start by paying off debts. I think start by paying off debts before everything else, because debts have a way of just continuing to weigh you down, interest and stuff like that. So especially if you've got student loans, unpaid student loans, unpaid loans, or your household, your family have got all these massive debt that's keeping you down and in poverty. What you probably want to do, instead of just blowing that money on champagne and girls and stuff like that, is to actually start paying off that debt so that you are actually uh, free. And the goal is to actually be free. So you want to gain some sort of financial freedom. Then from there, you can start looking at ways to work to make that money work for you. The problem with most people is they work for their money. This is a recipe for disaster. See, for disaster. The moment you continue working for your money, because you do not have savings, you do not have investments, so you're basically always having to work for your money. That's a recipe for disaster, because the day you are no longer able to do this, you're in trouble, my friend. The day you are not able to do this, you are in trouble. What the rich have figured out is to get money to work for them. That's how they create wealth. Let's say generational wealth. The rich are always looking for avenues where they can always invest their money, and that money comes back, obviously, with little brothers and little sisters and little kids and stuff like that. So when they invest $100 somewhere, that money, they don't have to do anything. They don't have to do anything. That money will continuously just bring in $20 there, $10 there, and that's how you get your money to work for you. But anyway, if you have questions, we will dive deep into some of these things in future videos. So let's talk about my simple budgeting formula there. Let's get to my simple budgeting formula there. What it means basically is, if I get paid, for argument's sake, let's say $1,000. What it basically means is, it's a simple formula, and you can adjust it the way you want, and you might have a similar formula, or you can adjust the percentages. Basically, the 30-30-30-10 are percentages which make a 100%. So out of the $1,000, what you do is you remove the first 30%. First, sorry for that. Don't do that. The first 30% is actually money that you set aside. Set aside for investing and savings. So out of your $1,000, what you do is you take $300 and you set it aside. That's first thing. Warren Buffett always says, uh, you must spend money after saving. The money that you spend is the money that you spend after saving. So first thing is take the 30%, set it aside for investing, for savings. You will need that money in the future. And don't just let money lie in the bank. I see sometimes people have got money, millions of dollars, traders show off these thousands of dollars and stuff. They're just lying there. They're not doing anything. And in the end, they will not be worth anything because we have this thing that is constantly working against us. This thing doesn't love us. So the money that you keep in your bank account is always battling with this thing. Unlike money that has been invested somewhere, there is always an adjustment for this and costs. So have savings, but also look at ways where you can avenues where you can invest your money and you let that money actually produce more money. That's how the rich do it. Let's go to the second 30% because I want to quickly get this done with and not bore you to death. The second 30% is actually money that you use for expenses. So the next 30% is money that you actually use for expenses. This is a theoretical thing. So you adjust these things as you go on. I'm just using an example of $1,000. So out of $1,000, you set aside $300 for investing and savings. The next $300 you set it aside for expenses because you must live below your means. That's what every person must aim for. Live below your means. Every person must aim for living below their means. Don't try to be persuaded otherwise. Live below your means. Avoid too much credit. Avoid bad credit. Let's say avoid bad credit. There is good credit like mortgages and stuff like that, which you use to buy property and things like that. But then there's bad credit where you just go and open accounts to buy shoes, to buy clothes and stuff like that. Live below your means. Next 30% is actually for fun, entertainment. You probably did not expect this one. Yes, the next $300 you actually set it aside for fun and entertainment, travel, gifts, spoiling your children, spoiling your wife, your spouse, whatever you do. That's this 30%. Because let's face it, if you are just working to invest and pay off expenses, life is going to be boring. Let's face it, it's a fact. If you're just going to be working to investing and saving and just paying off expenses, life is going to be boring. So take the other 30% and use it for fun and entertainment. That's for fun and entertainment. Then the last 10%, that's the last $100. Dollars is actually for doing good in the world. So the last 10%, the last $100 out of our $1,000 is basically to, some people call it tithe. If you go to church, you can pay it as your tithe. If you do not go to church, you can simply take this $100 and just do something with it. Find a homeless person. There's poverty around us. There's a family that's struggling with one thing or the other. Just take this $100 and just bless them. You do not know how this is going to change your life. Trust me. So this is how I break down my incomes. A simple formula. You might have a similar formula, or you can still adjust these percentages according to your needs and according to how you want to work this thing. But that's basically the formula that I use for all my incomes. The goal is to not always do this. Do not always work for your money. What you want to do is you want in the future to get money working for you. So get rid of debts. Get rid of debts. And then once you are free of debts and stuff like that, the things that weigh you down, the things that will weigh you down, your debts, your personal debts or your family's debts and stuff like that, once you are free, then aim to get rid of this. Don't always be working for your money, whether you're trading or whether you are hustling or whether you're doing another thing. Don't always be working for your money. What you want to do is get your money to be working for you, which means have a financial plan. Have a plan. If I make $1 million in trading, what am I going to do with it? What am I going to do with it? I gave an example of the formula that I use for all my incomes. Feel free to adjust as you please. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Like this video. Until next time.